Yeah, man. I mean, I think my quarantine experience as far as being a journalist, man, I don't think anybody prepared me for a pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, nobody in college, none of my professors were like, yo, here's the guide to survive a pandemic, as a journalist. So, for me, initially, it was kind of crazy because in my mind, I did have fears going into this. Because, like you said, as a journalist, you kind of vibe off energies, especially doing an interview. So I hate doing phoners, but if I have to, I'll do it because when you do a phoner, you can't see the person's facial expression, so you can ask a question, you don't even know if it's good or not. So all you got is their tone, and you kind of got to go with that. But as far as quarantine is concerned, I initially had fears because I was like, okay, I can't do in-person interviews. How am I going to knock out the interview? Shout out to Elliot Wilson, shout out to Speedy, Rob Markman, because they were some of the first ones going into quarantine that started doing the whole Zoom interview. So, and Elliot with the check-ins, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, these are my guys, and I could do the same thing they can. I got a camera phone, I got internet, I know some people too. So from then on, I was kind of like, all right, let me see what I can do as far as trying to cook up some of these interviews. And man, it's been a blessing, man. The first Zoom interview I did was with G-Eazy, and then people started really, picking it up and vibing with the content. And I was able to get some dope people, man. Like I had 50, I had Logic last week, St. John early on, her. Some really dope cats really gave me an opportunity to just chop it up from a home experience and opened up, so much so like it was an in-person vibe. Like the baby spoke to him twice, Wiz, French, T-Pain. So just being able to have these guys at home and vibe with them and the energy still be high, man, it really made this transition smooth for me so far. Really enjoyable. I can't complain. In my mind, I love myself as a writer. Not to sound like, I don't want that to sound cocky. I love myself. I love the art of writing. That's what I came up in. I'm a writer first, editor. So lately I've been getting opportunities, before the quarantine to do like red carpet stuff, to really showcase my personality and my energy in person. And I think what I really learned is just how charismatic I could be. I know I'm fly with the pen, but I think my personality matches up pretty well with that too. And I think a lot of people, they've been able to see that. And I think just my work ethic has increased a lot too. To be honest with you, man, I feel like I've been doing way more work on quarantine versus being in the office. As crazy as that sounds, like there's days I'm in the crib and I'm washed. And I'm like, yo, how am I like so tired from being in the crib, versus being in the actual office where you got to commute and do all that. But yeah, man, I've been just cranking it up a couple notches, couple levels. And again, I'm super grateful to be in the opportunity that I'm in to chop it up with some dope people, to tell some stories. Because I'm enjoying it, they're enjoying it, and the viewers are enjoying it too. You got me thinking of the high school back in the day, man. I used to be scared of public speaking. Like I would shit my pants when I would have to go up and do a speech or whatever. I'm like, yo, I'm not built, I'm not ready. And I think that just was part of an insecurity I had coming up as a kid. And then, I used to be chubby, had braces, so I'd be like scared to talk to girls and all that. And I remember just one summer, I like went through a transformation where like I lost a lot of weight, my braces came off, and I started to really see where I can go with my writing too. Like my writing got significantly better, and my teachers would tell me, "Hey, I think you have a special talent for this." So I started really developing that confidence. So I was like, you know what? I'm not that shabby, that bad of a writer. I think I could actually do something. And like I mentioned with the internship, that opening the door, me being able to interview certain people at such a young age, getting that experience and them telling me how good the interview was. Each interview was such an adrenaline rush that afterwards, when everybody would say how dope this was, that was just a confidence booster behind closed doors. I was leveling up. I was like baby Goku. And then, by like 24, 25, I'm like Super Saiyan 3. Like I'm in my bag. I'm like, all right, like I can do this for real, And I think even to this point, to this day, like I'm still developing that confidence because, getting certain cosigns, whether it's from a Rob, whether it's from an Elliot, that I hold true to me because these are guys like I've been following since day one. So that gives me the ultimate confidence booster within itself to just know that I'm doing the right thing and I'm in the direction.